We going into what?
Oh, the bullet in. The Maui people.
Yeah, what it said about the bullet? Read on.
I got you, God. So going back, it says, while many cultures have ceremonies to commemorate a boy's entrance into manhood, none are quite like the unique practice of the Maui. Right? It says, the Satsuri Maui are a tribe that lives in Amazon rainforest.
That's the tribe of Asher. So we know the Incas, the Mayas, the Aztecs, the tribe of Gad. We know they had similar tests in order for you to become a man.
Yeah.
They had similar tests. You see? We just read about the Spartans. The training from 7 to 30 years old was military training. So that means a Spartan, man, he could live by himself in the wilderness easy. He could take down beasts, all of that, man. He could live off the land, he knew that. And when he was ingrained with all that knowledge, how to survive and how to fight and all of those things, live by himself in the woods, blah, 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 he could start a family. Then that's when he was able to start a family. Because he had the physical training, the mental training, and also his emotional training. See, and we read about the Amazon, they said in order for a boy to become a man, he had to experience the worst pain. Because they feel if you could endure that pain, nothing in life is supposed to faze you after that. See? And these are what? Israelites. We ain't reading about Edomites here, man. See? So in some way in this society, were we privileged? Of course we were, man. We were, man, to some degree. You know? I mean, that's how the Most High set it up. Because we done got our ass kicked already how many times in slavery. So the Most High eased up the burden, so to speak. But the time we coming in now is going to be the worst time ever, man. The scripture tell you that.
Which Yahawashi now shot preparing us for that time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, spiritually.
Yeah, because we're going to see all kind of horrible things out here, man. So you're going to see, man, it's going to be bad, man. So mentally, so this is not more a physical, this is no longer physical, this is mental, spiritual. Just like when Yahawashi came, it wasn't a physical fight. That's what they were expecting him to come like King David. Nah, it was spiritual, man. Right? It was the doctrine, it was the gospel. Okay, it was spiritual warfare. Because Jake was all into what? The Greek and Roman way of life, man. See, Israel lost the way. So the same thing now. This is spiritual, man. But we were seeing how it was in times past in order to become a man. And it's tough, man. Right? Is there anything more?
Khan, it says the Satsuri Maui are a tribe that lives in the Amazon rainforest of Brazil, who have a bizarre and painful rite of passage that all boys of the tribe must endure to be accepted as men. The Maui believe that any boy who wants to become a man must experience the worst pain the jungle has to offer. The sting of the Parapanera clavata, the bullet ant. The bullet ant is a species of ant with the most painful sting of any insect. True to its name, the ants supposedly...
And they tell you how many times they have to take the test? But how many times the Maori people have to take the test, bullet ant test? And like we said, they didn't get stung by one, they get stung by multiple at the same time. So they say it feels like you're walking over charcoal and somebody's drilling a nail into you. Damn. Because that hurt.
20 times.
20 times. So it's not just enough you taking the pain one time. You got to take it 20 times. And that hurt. Man. It's like you putting your hand in the door and somebody just slamming it hard. God damn. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how this shit feel. And they had to take it, 20 times?
Over a couple months or years, you know,
in order to become a man. And then they feel that at that point now you're capable of leading, because you went through all that certain amount of pain. All right, that's why the scripture tells us to endure what? Hardness.
As good soldiers of Yahawashi.
Yeah, this is a different kind of test.
Yeah.
Right, because even Aisha to some degree got those tests. In order to become a SEAL, you got to endure, man. It's a lot. Look up Navy SEAL, how much people fail the test. Right? And like the people said, If you ask people, you gun hold Edomites, who's the greatest Navy SEAL? They'll tell us some bullshit, which I shall tell you is as a Jake, David Goggins, man. An Israelite, man. See? The scripture tell you who the salt of the earth is, man. They call it Hell Weekend. It's over a period of months. And there's no female Navy SEALs either, man. Right? There's no such thing, man. Right? Just like the Most High's army, ain't no females, man. Right? Do you have a part to play? Yeah, in the back. Somewhere, man. Supporting the brothers, which y'all don't do anyway. Alright? What you got?
It's like I'm looking at this word right quick.
Or Navy SEAL. How much people fail Navy SEAL tests? We're going to get 2 Samuel 1 and 18, I think. Let's get into the history.
They call it Hell Week, right?
Yeah, how much you going to fail the Navy? Yeah, you can just put that.
I believe it's right here. But it says basic underwater demolition SEAL Buds training is a 6-month selection process and the gateway into Navy SEALs teams, broken into 3 phases: first phase, second phase, third phase. Buds have an attrition rate of between 7% and 85%. I was looking at the word attrition. I want to see if that was meant like fail, but I believe so. That's what I looked up. But I'm gonna look more into the spot here to see exactly to get the actual accurate number.
Yeah, I think they all got different. The Marines got the Raiders.
What you got?
It says
the Army got the Green Berets, and the Navy's got the Navy SEAL. And there's something called the Delta. It was elite from all of them in one. What you got?
Yeah, he got it.
It says, due to the popularity of the Navy SEALs, almost half of all recruits expressed an interest in becoming a SEAL, but most do not meet the qualifications. According to military.com, only about 6% of SEAL applicants meet the requirements.
Only 6%. The elites. Like we said, look up the greatest again for people, for you Edomites. So even in that world, Jake dominate. Greatest never. Even in that world, man.
What was the name you said?
Or look up, just put up greatest Navy SEAL. Yeah.
There's a few popping up, but they look like Edomites.
Or put up greatest Navy SEAL today.
They keep showing the most famous Navy SEAL people.
Oh no, we put up like greatest Navy SEAL today. Put that in Google. Greatest Navy SEAL today.
They keep Chris Kyle popping up.
Yeah.
In Google?
Yeah.
Well, I know you talk about it.
Oh, Toughest Man Alive, that one?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, you got great. What you got?
It says, let me see.
But when you search a best Navy SEAL, this guy pops up, David Goggins.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Navy SEAL David Goggins. He's on the toughest man alive. He was a J.
The toughest man alive. U.S. hands down. David Goggins, a J. And you saw the trickery when you go straight to images. It's just Edomites showing up.
Yeah.
And when you click on the image, you see there's an American ultramarathon runner, ultra cyclist, triathlete, public speaker. He's a retired United States Navy SEAL, former Air Force Tactical Air Control Party. Yup, 47. And, he has an inspirational story. And his whole thing was about pain. In order to get results, he had to go through pain. He realized pain was mandatory. All right? Mandatory, man. Israel. What he said, I'm looking for. He has a lot of quotes. A lot. He said, pain unlocks a secret doorway in the mind, one that leads to both peak performance and beautiful style, beautiful silence. What he said here? Hold on. He said, you are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft that you will die without ever realizing your true potential. You see? Denial is the ultimate comfort zone. He said, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done, when you're dead. All right? What he said? Most wars are won or lost in our own heads, man. You see? And we all know pain is just temporary anyway, man. But that glory that we're going to get is everlasting, man. So that's what the Bible tells you what? You got to suffer.
I can read this precept?
Fine.
2 Timothy 2 and 3. It's like it. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi HaMashiach. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of his life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Soldier. So that's why we're bringing out all these examples, modern day examples, history, being a what? A soldier. And what's the main theme in all of that? Pain. To be the elite of the elite, you got to experience pain, man. He realized that, Goggins, because he tells you he was out of shape, wasting his life. And he realized he couldn't tap into none of his true potential unless he put himself through pain. Right? That's what he realized, man. He started realizing that. You see? And we just read, let's get at 2 Samuel 1:18, in a warrior-based society, that's a common theme, man. Men have gotten away from that theme, man. And I shall want it that way, man. They call it a beta-driven society, man. See, but now Yahawashi, everything is coming right side up again.
That's right.
See? And like we said, it's trickling down to other jakes. Like, why am I wasting time on chasing these hoes? Like, it's so much more I could be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to travel somewhere, I could travel. You know what I mean? And another thing is not scared of failure as well. You know, a lot of times, a lot of men are scared because they're scared to what? Fail. Nah, man. That's a part of learning. Because even if you fail, let's say you try something, you fail, you gain knowledge along the way. You know what I mean? This is what you learn. You can apply that to other things. See? What you got?
It's the book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 18. Also he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow.
Read it further. Is anything further in here further?
What was that?
Read it further. Let me hear.
Okay, God.
I don't know, 15, 14 or something like that.
2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 14. And David said unto him, how hast thou not afraid to stretch forth thy hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? And David called one of the young men and said, go near and fall upon him. And he smote him that he died. And David said unto him, thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth hath testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. 17. And David lamented with this lamentation over Saul and over Jonathan his son. Also he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow.
Teach the children of Judah the use of the bow. The children. Go ahead.
Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher, the beauty of Israel is slain upon thy high places.
Yeah, and you know, people, the book of Jasher you have today was created by some Edomite, man. Or nothing but fairy tales and folly, man, in that damn
that
foolish book, man.
Created by a lunatic.
All right? Some weirdo, man. And we brought out certain things already in that crazy book. The children of Esau went into the woods and saw some beasts.
Yeah.
And I smote one of them with his tail. And he ran back in the woods and he never saw them again. What? What the hell? And they said he had to, from upward he
Yeah.
looked like a man, but from downward he looked like some other crazy,
And that's
like
all.
some centurion. Yeah.
Because 1 Corinthians 15 is
Yeah,
off. That's off.
that's folly.
That's right.
Most I deal with that some centurion had it, but from or looked like a beast with a tail. Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Okay?
You believe in that, you believe in mermaids.
Yeah. There's just some bizarre creatures out there, sure. Lord ain't dealing with no half man, half animal, some hybrid.
Yeah.
That's crazy nonsense, man. Right? But yeah, we were reading, teach Judah what? Judah the bow. So that was a requirement in Israel too. Right? We just read about the Spartans, the Lacedaemonians, their society, their curriculum. Also read about the Northern Kingdom today. Okay? So it was all going into what? Being what? A man.
Right.
That's what we read earlier. Unto you what? Oh, men I call. Right? And the Most High has his own curriculum. He ain't calling mighty men. That's the beauty of this thing. See? Brother may say, but I ain't that strong. It ain't. See, this is all mental and spiritual warfare. Because like we said, a lot of them mighty men took Vanessa. So who did they really trust in? They trust in the beast, man. Okay? A lot of these fighters and boxers and all that, they had to take Vanessa in order to keep competing. Let's get at Jeremiah 9:23.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good.
That's the spirit.
Most High has his own curriculum, man. Not that worldly shit. Yeah, that's some notoriety and all of that, but that's not what's gonna get you saved. You could be a David Goggins, do all the military tests, the ant bullet tests, and still ain't gonna get saved, man. The Lord don't care about that.
That man's heart failing for fear.
Yeah,
Man as woman.
yeah, he gonna be petrified and when all hell break loose, man.
Right.
All right. You know them tribes in the Amazon, they gonna be petrified too when they see them chariots. They gonna be petrified, boy. All right. Shit. But the Most High may been out some shit that's never been seen before, man.
Oh,
So what's really in the Amazon, man?
Wait till they see Leviathan.
Yeah. Or they have other beasts out there, behemoth or whatever. The scripture says creatures newly created, and the Amazon is the lungs of the planet Earth. So it's a vast place. It may lead to other lands you don't know. We don't know because they haven't discovered everything, man. Right? There's all kind of things, man. And even if I shall know, he's not going to tell the public. He's not going to reveal that to you, man. Then they discovered gold in Uganda the other day.
Yeah.
So there's all kind of things out there we don't know. We know for a fact when the kingdom come, the world map is not going to look the same. Right? Everything's going to go back to its natural size, man. The cartography going to be different. All right? What you got? What you got?
Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
So the Most High ain't dealing with the Cornell West or the wise men of this world. He ain't dealing with men like that. All right? Or you could, the polites, like we talk about him, the Umar Johnsons, right? They have a very vast vocabulary. That don't mean shit. They both scam artists. Both of them niggas. And anybody with two eyes and head can see right through them niggas, man. Oh, give me $1,000 and I can give you $300,000. But of course he don't say it like that. He's throwing big words out there.
Yeah.
You know, with his $1 million vocabulary. Anybody's like, nigga, you full of shit. Umar Johnson, give me money and we gonna have our own schools, this, that, and third. The school still ain't built, man. Who you fooling, man? It was taking you, what, over 12 years to build this school? Just taking people's money? But because why? He's a very, that's why Paul said, I didn't come with what? The wisdom of words. Because that was big back then in Corinth. There was a lot of philosophers back then, man. And Paul was telling the church and Timothy, don't get caught up in them false science. Them niggas with a very expansive vocabulary. They're good orators. You know, like Yahawashi said about John the Baptist. He said, what you expect to see, the reed shaking in the wind? You know, a nigga with the nice garments, great orator. You know, like we said, he on a mountain and everybody looking up.
Light shining on him.
Light shining on him.
Shining,
and he speak with that.
Scoffing by text that the Lord not going to jack him up. Like I didn't actually say it. Yes, you did. You started with your mind and then you wrote it down. Also, Paul, it was in his mind. He wrote those things down through the Spirit. You see that? And then us, today, we don't have to write letters to the churches. These are letters. these camp lessons. This is church. It's all of that, man.
In real time.
In real time.
Because he has to give Timothy that to Titus and to bring it out.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes we may get a little rude of speech, and our vocabulary is not, brothers.
You have that
Keep it plain.
expansive, yeah.
Scripture said, "What make it plain upon tables."
Very
They may run down reading for this. So
using that eloquent speech, and that's what people fall in love with.
yeah,
That's why people fell in love with Obama.
he's a good speaker.
He's a very good orator. He is.
He is a good speaker.
You got some questions, you trip them up. You bring out some whole other shit. You think about some whole other shit.
Yeah.
He's very good at his speeches. He's a gift, and that's most politicians. That's why people fall in love. That's why people vote every 4 years. These politicians are that's why most of them are lawyers. In order to play off people's emotions. Right? They give the poor hope with some bogus speech. Right? But as you see with Trump wasn't a typical politician. He just told you how he felt like. He wasn't into all of that nonsense, man. And that's why people gravitated to him more, because they realized most of you politicians were full of shit, man. All right? And that's how the men of the Lord are. We're not coming with all that, man. Fancy, like we said, $1 million words. It's not edifying, man. The truth is not complicated. It's simple. And that's what we're going to read Jeremiah 9:23.
Jeremiah 9:23, thus saith Yahawashi, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahawashi, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahawashi.
He don't delight in all that. Physical training. The proof on that is Psalms 147. Let's get that. I think it's 10 or something like that. All right. Physical training, which is good. But it profited little.
That's spirit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
So in 8, yeah.
It's like Psalm 147 and verse 7.
I think it's 7 or 10, something like that. Yeah, the legs of a man, yeah.
Psalms 147 and verse 10. He delighteth not in the strength of the horse. He taketh not pleasure in the legs of a man.
Yeah. How fast you run or whatever, how much weight you can lift. Like Mayweather, the sweet science.
Yeah.
The Lord don't take pleasure in that, because he's going to be destroyed. Whether he's the greatest boxer of his generation or not, the Most High has missed already for Mayweather already.
Yeah.
Whatever judgment lined up, his lot is with the world. Right? And every time he be talking, you see he be throwing up his signs to the brotherhood.
Yeah.
So Kendrick Lamar do that too?
Yeah. Oh, you're done. You're done. That's why he was wrestling that demon for years. Because like we said, I think the album, which was successful, that last album he did, 2017, from that time he went ice cold. So he was wrestling with that. Do I go this lane, the left, get more money, or I don't want to suffer too much. I don't want to go through that suffering. We just talked about that pain. Yeah, because the whole world would turn on him if he became a full-fledged Hebrew Israelite.
A rich man shall hardly enter the kingdom.
Yeah. So he decided what? I'm gonna go. That's the comfortable route.
He's mocking the Lord, man.
Yeah. That's the comfortable route.
I chose humanity over religion.
Yeah.
You chose death, nigga.
Yeah.
That's what you did. You chose death.
You chose death.
Oh, that's that Proverbs 8th chapter.
Oh, let's get it. Jeremiah 8:3. You chose death. What were you saying?
Oh, right. I'll just quote it. All they that hate me love death.
You love death.
You hate Yahawashi, you love death, man. You mock Yahawashi, you want to die.
And he was battling that. You could tell. He was quiet.
Yeah.
So that was his test, and you failed. But no, we didn't expect you to pass, because like the brother said, hardly shall a rich man enter. And they Cannon tried that for a little bit.
You know, just like Shanae now.
Yeah. And Aisha said, oh, really? You a Hebrew? Okay, so cool. The only way you're going to get back, you got to humiliate, you got to emasculate yourself. And that's the only way we'll kind of sit up.
And you know, posting a lot about the Hebrew Israelite stuff too now. Decent Young Fly.
Yeah, I see that.
He keep posting a lot, and he said they keep changing his algorithms. Every time he speak about the Hebrew, he said, "Oh, praise to the Most High, I'm still letting people know who they are." Stuff like that. But we gonna watch and see what goes on with that. Because he's not really like a up there celebrity. So he probably like, but niggas like
Kendrick is up there.
Yeah, like he probably never like was like a part of that brotherhood stuff. Like Kendrick, Nick Cannon, they already went through different rituals and sacrifices and shit. Yeah.
You saw Kendrick's latest performance, right?
Yeah, with the Browns.
I didn't get to watch it yet. But
and he said it in his video about his song how he sided with the LGBTQIA before he considered the F word. Then he said later on a woman or boy, he supported that. Then he said his friend talked about Vanessa, right? And how it's the MOTB. And how so he got C19. Then he sided with C19 Vanessa. Oh, well, that's spiritual. Oh, that's spiritual right there. So what? Cesspool, man. That's Babylon. That's spiritual right there. And like we said, then he sided with Vanessa, he sided with the alphabet crew, and he sided with abortion. And he mocking the Lord.
He's done.
It's over for him. He got a special call.
Yeah, he got special.
It's spiritual warfare.
Yep.
See, this is spiritual. This is the fight the Lord is looking at. The war for souls. Aisha doing his thing, and how about Shamil Shah doing his thing? So it's not physical might. This ain't you being the smartest, blah, blah, blah. That don't mean shit. Because you could be a straight A student, physicist, calculus, how far to some from the moon. But you down with the alphabet agenda.
Yeah.
So what does that prove, man? I don't prove anything.
Atheist or some shit.
Yeah. God. See, you have no sense of morality, man. And you don't fear the Lord. All right? What you got?